Welcome to the channel. My name is Matthias. Today we're going to talk about Uncanny X-Men issues 187 to 188, written by the legendary Chris Claremont, and we're dealing with the fallout from the life-death story arc. Storm has lost her powers, and she found out that Forge, the person that had taken her in, is responsible partially for this because he was the one that had created that mutant depowering gun, and he kept that information from her. Now, while all this is going down, we have basically a alien slash demon invasion. We have the dire Wraiths, who are a offshot of the Skrulls, who were severely deformed and obsessed with magic. And their shape-shifting powers is pretty freaky because they have like this drill on their tongue that they shoot through their victims' skulls and they absorb their essence. It's very gruesome. The thing is that the Wraiths are hell-bent on taking down Forge. I have no idea why they have this beef with Forge. I'm not sure if this is a holdover from Forge's appearance in the ROM series, because the dire Wraiths were the main villains to that series. The thing is that after the falling out and fight between Storm and Forge, Storm is leaving the building where Forge had his penthouse, and she encounters one of these dire Wraiths. I'm not sure if it's dire Wraiths or dire Wraiths. So the thing is that Storm goes back into the building. We get a pretty awesome battle where we have Forge and Storm trying to hold their own against this horde of demons slash aliens. Also, we have Forge's spiritual mentor. He's there too. His name is, I'm not sure if it's Naze or Naze. The thing is that he's using his magic to keep the Wraiths or Wraths at bay. You know, I'm not sure that due to what he does here, he accidentally liberates the adversary, a demon that's going to be real bad news for the X-Men further down the line. But what ends up happening is that the rest of the X-Men do arrive. They also start fighting against the dire Wraiths, and they realize they're a freaking handful. Nightcrawler actually brings in his stepsister, Amanda Sefton, who is another character that knows how to use magic. I think her codename way further down the line in Excalibur is Day Tripper. Magic also pops up due to Xavier, because obviously his telepathic powers. He realizes that his X-Men are in danger. So a grown adult like Xavier sends in a teenager to deal with the horde of demons. So the thing is that our heroes do come out on top, but they're wrecked after dealing with the dire Wraiths. Even Magic almost gets killed. So what happens is the X-Men return to the mansion. Storm, even though she's depowered, she decides to stay within the ranks. And what happens further into the last issue is that we get the big revelation that Rachel Summers discovers that Jean Grey, during this time, she has died. She totally flips out because she reveals to all the X-Men due to a psychic scream that she is Jean Grey's daughter, and even Xavier gets to peek into her mind and see how messed up the future possibly would be for the X-Men. He even gets a brief glimpse into the Days of the Future Past reality. Well, actually, for the X-Men, it would be their future. Well, things are complicated in comic books, because Days of the Future Past actually would be a different timeline. Look, I don't want to get into that. So the thing is that we're going to leave this video here because we're going to get a setup to a really awesome story arc after this. So I hope you guys liked it. See you guys next time. Bye.